Good afternoon. We're changing the order here because I unfortunately, or fortunately, have a younger brother who could not make it today. He did, however, leave us with a speech that he recorded that I think I'm now going to play off my phone because he also wanted to say goodbye to my grandfather. So hopefully we can maybe perhaps turn off the mic in case it doesn't work.
It was Martin Luther King who said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." And by this measure, my grandfather was an extraordinary man and a pinnacle of excellence. Guka was a selfless pioneer whose commitment to uplifting his communities impacted countless lives. Many of us gathered here today have likely been assisted by him in one way or another. Whenever we spoke, Guka would always urge me to commit to a purpose larger than yourself and help whenever and wherever you can. Guka was a beacon of hope and left a legacy to be proud of. And if I or anyone can measure up to be half the man that Guka was, that would be a life worth living.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, citizens of all walks of life, my fellow Gen Zs and some of you who have trouble with your knees, today we gather not in mourning, but in celebration. We are not here to reflect on a life simply well lived, but to honor and to toast a man who in his final moments broke free from all title, privilege, and can be observed as all men must be when they inevitably pass. Today, we celebrate my Guka, the Right Honorable James Minor Wanjigi, a man who thrived on challenge, lived for them, and passed on this spirit to his friends and family. Seeing him at peace, I personally did not feel sadness or loss. I understood that he left us, his family, with one final challenge. The first part of this challenge is the easier one. To truly explain the man we honor here today, you have heard of his victories, his triumphs, his humor, his wit, but there's more. There is a contrast in a man who preached sobriety, but yet talk of liquid courage, and trust you needed it if you ever wanted to talk to him or debate him. The man who achieved the heights of providence, prestige, and powerful, prideful position, yet never failed to remind those around him that it was simply God's grace and a little bit of luck that got him to where he was. He was the shepherd boy who dined with lords and kings, but never failed to chew the fat of many a delicious boozy with the most underprivileged of society. This is the man who ran his home with the discipline of a one-party state, and yet would giggle in fear when his grandchildren would chase him around his home, armed with nothing but a pillow and the energy of a 4-year-old. These are not paradoxes or contrasts. This is the man. And unless you are there to experience it, the legend, the myth, the tale of James Minor Wanjigi might seem larger than life. And that is the first part. The second part of this challenge, the harder part, because it is so simple and so complex, true to my grandfather's intelligence, the challenge he set for his family, for all his friends, for all of us gathered here today, and perhaps the country at large, is to walk in the footsteps of a giant, to follow the path he carved out in life, not in achievement, but in his ability to smile when faced with adversity, his ability to laugh in the most heated of conversations, and his warmth when welcoming even the coldest of guests. I believe, Guka, that here, all of us with you in this church and with you in our hearts will overcome your final test. And with that, I say R.I.P. to the legend, the Honorable James Minor Wanjigi, EGH. Rest in power, rest in prestige, Rest in providence, prominence, permanence, and preeminence. And most importantly, rest in peace.